United States hosts only one event that's authorized to use the world-renowned Nobel Foundation name. And next week, the Nobel Conference 2025 is heading to none other than Gustavus-Adolphus College in St. Peter, Minnesota. And joining us now to tell us more about this acclaimed gathering of researchers is the director of the Nobel Conference this year, Professor Philip Voigt. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So tell us about this conference and why at Gustavus.
So we started this in 1965, and since then 108 Nobel laureates have spoken on our campus, along with about 350 other speakers, many of whom are household names. So people like Jonas Salk, Michael Osterholm, Carl Sagan, and we just take it very seriously that we want to have a high-level scientific conference that's also accessible to members of the general public and that focuses on the ethical considerations that arise when scientific questions are present.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's all just right in our little neck of the woods.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
And tell me about this year's theme. There's always a theme.
Yes, so this year the topic is sugar, bringing sweetness to light. And, you know, sugar's everywhere in the news. We've got an obesity epidemic. We have a diabetes epidemic. I don't know if you saw last week, but the Fridley School District is reconsidering the amount of sugar that they allow, added sugar, in the diet. And I was shocked to find that the average American consumes 77 pounds of added sugar.
Wow.
That's not the sugar you stir into your tea or sprinkle on your breakfast cereal. This is the sugar that's hiding by one of 60 different names, like high fructose corn syrup or maltose, or all kinds of other names that sugar goes by. And so we thought it was a great time to examine sugar and to think about how it's at the center of so many different health problems.
Yeah, and it's interesting. It comes at a great time too, because I feel like in the most recent years, people are becoming a little bit more health conscious. They want to know what exactly is in my stuff.
Yes, and everybody's following their A1C, and everybody's looking at, reading ingredient panels carefully to figure out how they can keep their children or themselves away from too much sugar.
Amazing. And so for people that would like to attend and watch this, how can they do that?
So it's free. It's open to the public. I looked, it's about an hour away from Rochester, so we would love to have you there in person. It's not just for people that are interested in STEM fields. There's going to be a dance performance. There are 2 different art gallery openings, one in our Hillstrom Museum, and later on a talk by an artist called Anda Tanaka, who uses a sugar process in the printmaking process. I don't really understand how that works, but I'm dying to go and see the talk.
But we're ready to hear about it.
And then later on, there's the Moth Story Slam. If you've never seen one of those, the focus is on craving. So it's not just the conference itself. There will be live music, there will be a book signing, all kinds of other events on our campus.
So tons of things to do, and this is a 2-day event.
2-day event, next Tuesday and Wednesday, October 7th and 8th. And if you can't make it there in person, you can go to our website, just search Nobel Conference at Gustavus-Adolphus College, and you can sign up for the live stream. If you're a teacher or a lifelong learner or a student, there's a No More section, and then there's also a little place at the bottom where you can look at one of our Gus Goes There videos that follow the history of one line of thought across all the Nobel conferences. And they come with the teacher's resource guide that link to the Minnesota educational standards. So if you're a high school or junior high science teacher, check that out.
This is just right up their alley.
Yes, absolutely. And we also have archives of all of the past conferences. So as I said, feel free to dig around. We've had about 300,000 people see the conference in person, but many tens of thousands more have seen it online or through the live stream.
And that is just incredible. And again, just right at Gustavus, it's just an hour drive.
Yes, we do this every year. I should remember to mention that next year's conference is the Mighty Mississippi Currents of Change.
Wow.
And the year following that is one that's tentatively entitled Automation and the Future of Work, which is everything from artificial intelligence to robotics to human-machine interaction. So every year, as soon as this conference is over, my attention will turn to the next one.
Well, it sounds like a cannot miss event.
We hope to see you there.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. And of course, we are going to have all of this information, how you can watch, where you can go, up on our website as well at KAAL-TV.com under the featured links on our community tab.